Let's make your business cook. Independent chefs who want to build and scale their personal and private chef business and call their own shots? Subscribe here for tips, hacks, and tactics to get clients, money, and freedom. So before we begin, like and subscribe below.
You know, I know some good chefs and bakers, and I know some great chefs and bakers. And I'll tell you the difference between them. And it has a little bit to do with their recipes, but it has more to do with the fact that once they've got their recipes, they've mastered them in such a way that then they can use their senses, their sense of smell and touch and taste to take that recipe to a new level. And that's why I'm here today, chef, to show you about the one recipe that you need to master so that you can always have clients. I'm glad that you're here today. My name is Holly. I'm from Make Your Business Cook, and I help chefs who struggle to start and accelerate their private chef business because they know more about cooking than they do about running their own business. And I want to tell you about the one recipe that you need to master so that you can have clients all the time. Clients will come to you instead of you chasing clients. Would you like that recipe? Well, it does have to do with something called market research. And market research, a lot of people just go, oh no, don't tell me about that. I just want to cook. But there's something about market research that you intuitively know. So hang with me here. And if you want to have the full training about what market research is, what it does, and the myths about it, that it's time consuming, that it doesn't give you anything but data, so it's really not useful, that it costs a lot of money. All of those are myths that we can debunk, and I want you to go and use the link in the comments below to watch the full training about market research that's in one of my YouTube videos, and I want you to like and subscribe because every week I'm giving training there that will help to launch and accelerate your business to get you from where you are now to where you want to be, which is doing what you love, calling your own shots, and getting paid what you're worth, chef. So let's talk about this one recipe. The one recipe that successful chefs need to know is the recipe that makes up the unique combination of ingredients that is their client. You need to know your client so well that instead of speaking to your client about your chicken, you can talk to your client about their problems, about their struggles, about what they're in denial about what they would love to have, about why it matters to them that they would have it, about what crazy thought spirals go on in their head. When you can start talking to your clients about the things that matter most about them, the things they fear, the things they want, the things they're struggling to get, the things they don't know how to get, the things they're in denial about and don't even know that they don't know about, then you're really not spending time talking about your chicken. You're spending your time talking about them. And we all know that we all like to talk about ourselves. And when you can tune into a client in that way and understand them and their situation so deeply, they will be choosing you to cook for them. They can get chicken in a lot of places. People can get chicken in my town, and I've got a population of 17,000 in my town. I can get chicken in probably 18 to 20 places. And I can get it through a drive-through, and I can get it for $4.99, and I can get it at a fancy restaurant. So really, chef, it's not about your chicken. It's about what your chicken's doing for people. And when you can grasp that piece, either by doing market research or by going through a list of questions that I have and that I can share with you, and you can deeply understand the inner language of your clients and what it is they're trying to achieve, you can have clients knocking at your door on a regular basis saying, I want what you do, just tell me what you charge. And we've been running our business in Lake Tahoe for 25 years. Clients call us and say, I'm ready to book. They don't even ask questions sometimes. They know what we do, and they know and can tell that we understand them so keenly that we are the right choice for them. And the selling is already done. And that has to do with this market research, or as my friend Jim Padilla calls it, he calls it the 1 inch mile. He talks about the fact that if you instead of going wide and saying, yes, I can cook this, yes, I can bake that, yes, I can do barbecue, yes, I can do luau's, yes, I can do clam bakes, Alaskan clam bakes, yes, I can do Caribbean, yes, I can do Japanese. If you get honed into a 1 inch mile, and that's really narrow, really long, and really deep, you can have a specialty that is so targeted toward a certain clientele that those clients who are yours will refer other people. Excuse me, I'm not sure. I missed an alarm there. They'll refer other people to you who are in their unique situation. Let's take a couple of examples. Athletes who need to reach peak performance through nutrition. They have a very specific set of problems. We've served athletes who need a certain amount of protein and a certain amount of carbs and a certain amount of calories. We did a corporate event once where the 17 corporate members that did an offsite, a retreat, they're all really into fitness. It was a fitness company. And before they did their offsite retreat, they went out and exercised, and they did a 100-mile bike ride, just their exercise. And so that informed the kind of menu that we needed to make for them. And it meant that we needed to understand what was important to them. And if you're an athlete, there are some things that are very specific and important to you about your nutrition. Take another example, a family who suddenly doesn't even know what to make anymore, and now they cannot go to fast food on their busy nights between sports events and that sort of thing, because one person in their family has a severe allergy or has been diagnosed with Crohn's or celiac disease, and suddenly the whole family is disrupted. That's a big problem. And it can be solved with chicken. It's true. But it needs to be solved by somebody who so keenly understands their problem and how it needs to be solved, that you can take the frustration off their plate, you can take the worry off their plate, you can take the concern and the need for a whole new set of knowledge off their plate, you can save them time. These are individuals that you can cook for, and you can likely cook chicken for both of these clients, right? But you can do it in such a way that it specifically solves a problem that a client has. And now maybe, and I'm going to mention Chef Sean again, as I have before. Hi, Sean. Sean was 38 when he had a stroke. He's a chef. At 38, he had a stroke. And in the year that followed during his recovery, he had to change the way he ate. He had to change the way he worked. He had to change the way that he cooked. And now he can specialize in helping people who've experienced or are about to experience a life or death health crisis and need to repair their life through food and nutrition. Holy cow, that's powerful. That's a powerful message from a chef who has a recipe for cooking chicken. It is not about your chicken, chef. It's about your clients. And until you can understand everything about your client, and I've got a list of questions here that if you would be willing to sit down and write and journal and do this exercise about exploring who this client is, that goes far deeper than their demographics. Where do they live? What's their age? What's their income? That sort of thing. It goes far deeper into what's their thought process. What are the things they believe? What are the things they don't know about their problem? That you do, you'll begin to identify the gems within that very small vein of earth, that 1-inch mile, thanks Jim Padilla, that 1-inch mile where that vein of gold lies, that you can mine again and again and again and become known in your town for being the private chef who doesn't just make good chicken. Because the truth is, chef, there are a lot of people who make good chicken. Even KFC chicken is pretty good. I mean, they know how to get it done, right? So you cannot compete on your chicken, but you can compete by identifying, often through your own story and the struggles that you've overcome, who it is that you're best suited to serve and how it is that you best know them and what problems you can solve for them through the chicken that you cook. So it's not nearly as much about pictures of your food. It's not nearly as much about the recipes that you know, or the cookbook that you want to write, or the restaurant you've worked in, or the experience that you have, the number of years, or where you went to school. What matters is, do you know the client so well that they have no other option than to go, look, if I were given 10 other choices, I still would be choosing this chef, because this chef can articulate what's going on in my head, my heart, my body, my mind. Now, the fancy word for that is market research. But it's also called knowing what your niche is. It's also called identifying your ideal client or your avatar. There's lots of words for it. What I can tell you is that when you're working with somebody who helps chefs with their business, and I don't cook. You know that about me. If you've been following my channel long enough, you know that I don't cook, because you don't need help with knowing how to make good chicken. Lots of people know how to make good chicken, and you're one of them. What you need help with is, how do I get a steady flow of clients that will pay me what I'm worth? And how do I organize and go about the daily tasks of my business so that I can spend more of my time cooking, doing what I love, and making a profit at my profession? That's what I help with. If you'd like to have this list of questions that will help you to understand and get into the mind and the heart and the body and the thoughts and the dreams of your client, so that you can better articulate why you are the best solution to be their chef, please reach out to me. I'm Holly at Make Your Business Cook. That's also my email. You can like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Get into my Facebook group where I do free training every week, and you can reach other chefs who are also learning and growing and succeeding by taking my Rapid Business Launch 30-day program and taking my Attract Clients and Map Your Business 5-day challenge. Get in there, start participating. Don't read another cookbook, chef. You don't need another recipe. That's not what's going to make you a success. But above all else, work safely, chef. Get in touch with me. I'd be happy to help you. Call your own shots, do what you love, and get paid what you're worth. Have a great day.